Coach, y'all are deep enough into this preseason practicing right now. Just what your impressions are of what you've seen thus far.
Well, we have a lot of talent, so that's something that we were able to do effectively in the off season is go get. I call them groceries. Get more groceries to put in the fridge. So we definitely have that. We were able to provide depth from the point guard position and also the wing position. So um, last year I played a lot of people, but this year my hope is to be able to play a lot of people and them be impact.
Last time we talked to you, I think you said you probably had two of your starting five figured out. How's that progressed? Where are you at on that right now?
I'm at three. So I'm at three. I don't know. They have about 5 to 7 more practices to go for me to figure that out. Obviously, Donetta broke her foot. She started every game for me last year, so she probably would have started. But now it gives another opportunity for other people to step up, and I'm excited about it. They're competing pretty hard.
Donetta, just is the timeline the same as last we talked? Or?
Yeah, she'll be back for conference hopefully. Yesterday was the first time we saw a video with her running an underwater treadmill. So she's progressing well, but we don't want to rush it. We want her to be healthy.
Who are the candidates who might need to step up while she's not ready?
Well, we're gonna need Angel to step up. We're gonna need. I mean, shoot, we're gonna need all our wings to step up. Every player that we have, we need them to bring something to the table. It's not like I can just say, oh, well, Angel and not Destiny, or Destiny and not JB, or JB and not Snooder. Like they all have to do their part, which I think should be better for them because they don't have to feel the pressure just on them solely. If everyone kind of chips in, we'll get where we want to go, especially from scoring from the wing position.
How would you categorize your bench depth going into this season versus what it was last year?
Well, this group has more experience. We were the 10th youngest team in the country last year. This year, we have one freshman, two freshmen, and one is a red shirt, so she was here. So we're not as young anymore. We're new, but we're new with tournament experience. We're new with senior leadership with Monk, fifth year. We're new with Destiny and Angel being in the NCAA tournament last year. So it's different, but it's a more experience different.
For years about wanting to get bigger. Is this finally kind of the team you want to see? Or
Yeah, and then I go sign Monk, who's 5'5", and Angel 5'6". I don't know how important it is to be big as much. I do love big guards. I love size because for us we want to switch 1 through 5 defensively when we can and when it provides an advantage for us. That's our system. But I have leaned towards judging the heart, and so when I saw that Monk was in the portal, I watched her do some damage last year against even SEC teams. And then we had a chance to watch Angel on the national stage versus, a good Arkansas team. So I think that bringing them in, I didn't care their size. I know what's inside of them.
I asked Monk the same thing, but just what have you seen from her kind of spread to the rest of the team? What has she brought mentality wise?
Well, Monk has a toughness that I have to have from the point guard position. Immediately, the team respects that. I kind of usually watch and see like what like what Kira, how is Kira responding. Kira respects Monk, and that's important because I don't need Kira to play the point. I need her to be who she is, and so was really looking for someone to take control of the team. Still a lot that she has to learn, but I'm confident that she will be able to get those things just because of her build.
I think I'm right in saying this, but I believe y'all broke a record for preseason season
Oh
ticket
yeah,
sales. Just your response to the fans' response of what the
yeah.
expectations are for this group.
Just super appreciative for the support. We've worked extremely hard. Shout out to our marketing group, Aaron. I feel like we have the most miles on the golf cart than anybody on campus because we are on campus trying to promote the program. We're in the community. And, Oxford likes winners. And so hopefully they give us a chance and come out and support us because if we're going to make that next step, we have to have a fan base.
What are your expectations with signing day coming up on what you'll
Yeah.
bring in?
I knew you was going to ask that, David. That's a great question. We have one commitment. My expectations has changed. I got a lot of heat last year when I said I wasn't going to sign a bunch of people. I was going to go in the portal. Next thing I know, all kind of people are just, they're all uptight about it. But it's the truth. Everyone went into the portal. I don't understand what the big deal was. But for me, I kind of still have that, approach. We're at a place, our program, we cannot settle for any freshman. We just can't. We're trying to get out of the bottom cellar and move to the middle of the pack. In order for us to do that consistently, we have to have talent. The Jessies and the James. And the men, they say the Jimmies and the Joes. I need the Jessies and the James over here. And so we were in some tough battles with top 5 teams in the country, and we didn't win them. But I don't know that we should have been in those battles, but we were. So it's showing where we're going. We're not quite there yet, and we're going to be patient, focus on the season, and hopefully we luck up with the Shakiras, the Angels, and the Monks in the spring.
Any further questions in the room? All right, how about from Zoom? Courtney, go ahead.
Hi, Coach.
Hey, Courtney.
How you doing?
Good.
What heat you got on today?
I have on the 13s today. Can you see them?
Love to see it.
That's why I have the powder blue on with
yeah,
it.
I appreciate the coordination.
Yes.
I really do. Coach, in the preseason rankings, your team was put 6th by the coaches and 8th by the SEC media.
Yeah.
How are you assessing how your team's going to fare again in the SEC this year? And did you think those sort of assessments were fair for your team right now?
Well, luckily for us, we have 13 games before we have to go into, what I call the jungle. And so we have 13 games, and I think the way the schedule is set up, we're going to be tested from the jump. Belmont made it to the second round in the NCAA tournament. I have a lot of respect for their program, the history of their program, and the current coach and team. So we're going to be tested. We have different styles of plays. We play a couple Power Fives. We go out west. And I think we'll know exactly how we're going to shake out. Right now, I'm not in anybody's practices. I don't know what anybody has going on. Lane calls it rat poison, and I'm going to take the same stance. I'm not buying it. We're just focused on our group and making sure that we're ready to perform night in and night out.
In terms of what your expectations are for game 1 this week, how are you kind of approaching that of what you really want to see from your team?
Yeah, well, we play next week Thursday. We did not have an exhibition. We really wanted to get 2 really competitive scrimmages under our belt. And for me, I'm interested to see what our team does when the bright lights come on. I want to see where we are as a group, how connected we are. Now, we're not going to look anywhere the way we're going to look in January or December 30th when we play Arkansas, but I do want to see what they've taken in since they've been here. So I'm excited about that. We'll have them prepared. We expect that game to be a great one.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Carolyn.
Hey, Coach Joe.
What's up, boss?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Now, when you first got there, it was a process of implementing your culture. Then you had to bring in talent. You brought defense as an identity last season. So what are you adding to this upcoming season?
Well, I think we have a little bit more variety as far as offensively. We have a couple more, some different tools Angel is dynamic. It'll be interesting to see how quickly she conforms to just the level of play and the level of expectation night in and night out. You know, sometimes I don't think people consider that, but I've been at Wright State. I was at Jacksonville when no one cared what we did, so you can just go out and ball. Now she's looking and she's in all kind of publications, so we're trying to manage that some, and obviously our point guard play has improved. But we're still gonna defend. You know, I told them in the scrimmage the other day. I said, I don't care if you're shooting 80% from the field. If you can't get a stop, you're gonna sit next to me. So, you know, that's something that I think that makes us who we are, and it's not gonna be something I ever want to let go of. But we are a little bit more talented, top to bottom.
And Shakira Austin has been in the conversation for one of the top players in the country. Where would you rank her and why?
Listen, I mean, I almost don't want to say because I feel like it's biased, but I mean, I feel like she should be in discussion for the best, you know, whether it's top 2, whether it's top 3, whether it's top 5, she needs to be in the discussion. She's 6'5". Her footwork is incredible. She has slowed down. She's added a couple more tools to her game that you're gonna love. That she's doing. She has taken on a leadership role, which we wouldn't even think to give her that last year. So she's just more mature, and you expect that from a senior. She has a sense of urgency, but you know, I'll put her up against any other person of her stature in the country. And I think that she's deserving of it, and I hope people look at it like that. But I've also challenged Kira and said, Kira, those people that are considered the best, their teams are winning. So, you know, we have to win. And obviously she'll be a part of that. And so she's been looking great.
Great, Coach. Look forward to seeing you this season.
Same.
Christy.
Hey, yo.
Hi, Christy.
How are you?
Good.
So you talked about the influence of talent. There's obviously a belief that you can do more this year. At least that's what I'm
Right.
reading between what you're saying.
Absolutely.
From a statistical perspective, have you and your staff gone back and looked at, hey, we've got to be this much better in this or that? And if so, what are those areas that you guys are really focused on?
Spoken like a true coach, Christy. We have to rebound. You know, the 7 conference games out of the 10 that we lost, we got out rebounded. So that's something that's an emphasis for us. We have to keep people off the free throw line. We play an aggressive defensive style of play, so that's something that we'll have to do. And it's funny, on my way here, I looked at my coaches. I said, I need 30 points from the post, I need 30 from the wings, and I need 15 from the guards. Can you give it to me or not? So if we can get our points per possession up, it'd be great. Last year we finished around, I think 0.8, like in the low 0.8s, and that's not good enough. Right now we're teetering with that 1 point per possession. And that's the quality of shots. So I am an analytics gal. I'm into it. And we're really focused on it. And actually right now, like I can sit here and tell you what people are going to average right now. We have about 8 games worth of statistics. Shout out to Buck, our video coordinator and mathematician. The analytics are out. They're crazy what we're able to access. So, and I've been leaning on it heavily.
So in those areas, and this is really putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
But are there certain players that you've really challenged? So from the rebound
Yeah.
perspective, are there individual players from the who's fouled the most, things like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Take it a step further.
yeah, we need Kira to average a double-double. Maddie needs to average a double-double. Our guards need to have 3 or more rebounds a game. You know, sometimes they get caught just watching Kira and Maddie crash the glass. Caitlin McGee, I'm really excited about her. She's had a really good off season. We have APs coming back that has gloves for hands, but she's coming back from an ACL, so it's going to take her some time. And then as far as fouling is concerned, usually we foul heavily early in the season because we're trying to adjust. So just trying to get our team to be more disciplined. You know, I just am challenging them. We just had a scrimmage, and I'm exaggerating, but it felt like the opposing team shot 100 free throws. So statistically, they scored 1 field goal, and at the end of the first quarter, they had 12 points. So what does that tell you? You know, like, ain't no 12-point field goals out there. We're fouling and we're putting people at the free throw line. So that's something that we're focusing on right now.